Mr. Speaker, I kind of anticipated another bill when the Honourable Attorney General presented the first one. Again, Mr. Speaker, I think this bill, before us and being pushed under Order 51 has really not been thought out properly. And there are a number of reasons for it. I mean, the argument that the Honourable Attorney General is using, you have 10,000 threshold at the moment. He wants to reduce it to 5,000, threshold. I mean, his argument that, 75% of the people now sending, transactions below 10,000 really doesn't make sense, in terms of addressing the overall concerns that he might have with respect to terrorist financing and others. I'm not sure whether this requirement or the reduction in the threshold, because of course we are always worried about, illicit transfers and financing for other purposes, which are illegal. But it also means that these transactions are for businesses, for things that matter to people. And so we need to have a little bit more discussion on this, whether reducing the threshold is actually going to address that, because people can still send $4,900, below the 5,000 threshold and send it 10 times. So it's not necessarily addressing the concerns that you might have. I think this needs more discussion with a wider audience, with other agencies, the business community, and those who might be concerned with this. And this is why, and we've seen this in the past, Mr. Speaker, that even minor amendments to bills have been rushed in this Parliament under Order 51. And what we found out later on is that it was not well thought out. It had wider implications. People had not been consulted. People had not made their views known. And this is precisely what is being done here. So I don't see a big logic of this bill at this point in time, without any further and serious discussion, in terms of what kind of transactions are there. If it is being not reported, has there any study been done? Are the banks concerned about it? Who is concerned about it? Are the law enforcement agencies are concerned about it? We don't know any of those information. And that is why it's important to put this to a committee, so that all these issues are aired out in public. The other point that I want to make, Mr. Speaker, is and I've said this before, there are many laws that have passed through this Parliament, hardly anybody knows about it. It's all, done, and it has no serious implications. The people don't understand this. One of the reasons why these things go to the committee is that there is a wider public consultation. There is a wider debate on the merits or demerits of a change in a law, and it's useful. So unless and in those committees, all this information would be shared. The law enforcement agencies can come there, the financial intelligence unit can come there, Reserve Bank can come to the committee, the banks can come to the committee, the business community reps can come to the committee and say whether it makes sense to reduce the threshold from 10,000 to 5,000. So that is the point, that is the logic behind putting bills to a committee and not rushing it through Standing Order 51. So I don't support this motion, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you.